Hey guys,
Hello.
so we're home and Gary and I set ourselves a challenge of trying to go to France to film in an electric car. So that's driving from Ireland, not all the way to Rosslare, boat to Cherbourg, and where we needed to go to in France and back up. It came to 1,600 miles approximately in less than a week.
Aye.
How did we get on with the electric vehicle? Bearing in mind, I drive the Touareg on a daily basis. Gary drives the Disco 5 pretty much on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So how did the BMW iX50 fare up?
Let's see.
So everybody, Sulky have invited us over to Brittany in France
Yeah.
to talk a little bit about sustainability of agriculture. We were wondering, can electric cut it? BM have brought out their first fully fledged iX,
That's right.
which is
Fully electric.
fully electric, and it's meant to do 300 miles on a charge. This is
yeah,
the
yeah,
iX50, which is going to do about 520 brake horse.
Well, we're really going to see if it's going to fit in our world. Would that work?
Can the GRASSMEN successfully drive from Bavarian
because
Motors in Belfast to Brittany and back again
Really?
in an electric yoke?
Really and truly, this is going to be replacing in the future, like a diesel.
Do you think it'll work?
We'll see.
Front and back in a fully electric yoke. Can we do it? So, first impressions to drive, lovely. So weird not having an engine. Now I have took one step towards going green.
But do you know what's any different to drive them than an engine car?
I really don't want to say the truth. It's nicer to drive. The power's instant. There's no lag, there's no nothing. This here car, I watched a YouTube experiment and it went up against the X7 M50D with the V8 engine in it. Same horsepower, same weight. And this iX50 was faster at the quarter mile, and it was faster from 50 to 100 by a long shot. What's that all about?
Well, I suppose it's so much.
The efficiency.
It's
must
the
be there.
efficiency's there. Like, you've no lag. Like, you're literally waiting on power to go down a wire to a motor instead of waiting on an engine.
But like, she's carbon fibre through her. You know, she's made of very high-end materials, and I think a lot of the interior, the dash, the trim, a whole lot of what's been done is all renewable. I don't know.
Okay.
I think personally, I would like to see this car within the existing X5, if you get what I'm saying, for looks, for me.
I like these components basically built into
Yeah.
I do like this, but
You do get like the iX3 there. You can currently buy fully electric X3, because you have to remember, for businesses, and this is like, I understand a lot of our fans, a lot of people watching this are going to be like, oh, they do away with diesel, it's no good, it's no fun. We kind of nearly agree.
yeah.
Tell us a joke, BMW.
Can you change that trigger word?
What does a person with 2 right feet wear? Flip-flips.
I heard this in
German humour at its best. Haha, so we left Ballymena, went to Bavarian. So we blasted to Gorey services. Normally we would have stopped around the Apple Greens on this side of Dublin for a cup of tea, but we went to Gorey services
There was a reason for that.
because according to the BMW charging map, that's where the high-powered charger was. This is how the video went down of us getting our first charge.
Yeah.
Right, please insert plug into vehicle. Here, Ruth, you can be my assistant. You left that big plug.
Hey, that's a lead and a half there.
That's some lead. Right, ram her in. Right, that's that bit done.
It's orange.
Connect OK. Start. Use your mobile provider app to authenticate or scan.
Hey! Confirmed!
I tell you there'd be a buzzer here. Oh, she's only preparing. Setting up communication with the car. What?
Listen to her go. My word.
What?
Step back. He's going off. He's going off with a bang. Is that her fully loaded now?
100%.
100%.
Hunter.
1 hour, 7 minutes. She went 100%. So we got the boat, no problem. We didn't lose any charge in the boat. We came off the boat. Hi everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. So you get the wee announcement, you have to go back out to the car and you're not to start your engines and do all of this here. And we're sitting in here, instant heat. You feel the heat coming out there? 20 degrees. Heated seat, heated steering wheel on, no engine started. All by the magic of electric. We're starting off in Cherbourg at 83% on the battery, 82 now. She just dropped the percent.
Here, hold on.
Right, everybody, heat the seats off.
We don't have them in the bag.
But, so we're going ahead. We have 3.5 hours or so, maybe 4 hours of a drive. And we're going to basically head a wee bit. We're going to go on to the BMW app, look for one of those Iconity fast charger things again, and see if we can just give her a wee top up, get a cup of tea. So I'm going to get the app out now, put in the route that we're going, and see how big a drama it is getting down to where we're staying. And where we are staying is kind of in the country, so there's not many chargers about, so that could be another challenge. But Gary, you drove it only about 30 miles.
Yeah,
It took us a wee bit of time to drive.
Love it. Yeah.
See, it tells you all charging points. Look. We'll be stopping at the Iconity. So we will. Very disappointing in the rain. It's actually the most road noise we've got since we started. It's the rain road noise. All you hear is the water and the tyres. Nah. 110, son. Attaboy, attaboy, attaboy. Currently, we have 121 miles left. And there's enough of charge in the car to get us to our destination with 10% of the battery left.
Yeah.
It's not what that says in the dice there. I know it's maybe hard to see. So get the wee app out, see how this works. 55. Right. What do we think? Quick coffee, pee, back in and go.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be apt to let her charge up, to be honest, but
Why?
Where's the next one?
Sure, we're already getting 10% getting there.
Huh?
We're already going to have 10% left when we get
this
there.
tune has changed something serious today. Hey. Old Master Confident here now. Huh?
I'm ready. So it took 20 minutes. She was at 80%.
From
She's
53.
now from 52 or 53. And that really was the time we were in, had a pee and we're ready to go again, but we decided we would sit on a wee minute or two. You driving, Gary?
I don't mind.
Aye, good man.
Looks like I'm driving then, yeah.
Good man.
Right. All aboard.
Bang! We arrived at the hotel and reversed it into the hotel's charger. And we had to work out how it worked. That's where we're at next. Or edit your enter charge point number. What's that charge point number?
18B
Mm-hmm.
91084.
Yeah.
It's just not a sample was putting diesel in, like.
We landed to the hotel. We thought we had struck gold when we seen the charger. We tried very hard to get it to work, to be told in unbroken English and French that it's not connected yet to the actual electric supply. So there's no charger. So we're having to start today's antics. We've an hour, 20 minutes drive to our first farm where we're going to see some sulky machines. And I think we're at 52% battery. So this is now the real life. As Gary said, sure, it's good that it's not working. I didn't see that as good that it's not working. We went out today and we seen the 1050 and the 250R and the 4 metre drill and the 6 metre drill, and then we had a few hours this afternoon because we're for the sulky factory tomorrow. So we took ourselves off up to Mont Saint Michel or Michael.
Yeah.
And we hadn't factored that into today's drive. So on our route back to the hotel, we looked up high power chargers and we found one that is 175 kilowatts. But we've only been here for what?
Aye.
6 minutes now.
6 minutes, aye.
So 6 minutes, we're now at
6
40%.
minutes gained us 14%.
You know, so like it is impressive with the fast charger. The problem is the fast charge networks aren't.
If you aren't, if you haven't it planned,
That's where
that's
we see
when
the
the
issue.
problems start. Yesterday,
Kind of what we like for charge. We just stopped yesterday. Remember, we did a very quick 15-minute sort of chat. We put a bit of charge in her.
One of your P stops, as you talk about.
Aye, well, we were told there was a charger at the factory. Ruth gave us that intel. So all we needed was enough of charge in it to go to the factory today. And then we're told last night that there wasn't actually a charger at the factory.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So what we have realised in our short few days with the electric vehicle, there are some drawbacks.
Planning is key.
Planning is key. It's not, and that's the problem. We just needed to know, because it wouldn't have been difficult for us last night to leave the car there for a couple of hours and go again, or get something to eat and have it fully charged and have no issues today. You have to look at the two ways. A lot of people are going to go, oh, this is why I don't want one, blah blah blah. But most people at home will have a charge point, and most charge points at home, minimum, most of them can deliver 7 kilowatts if it's off a single phase line. If it's off a 3-phase line, like at work or something, I don't know how far a 3-phase line can go up to, but I don't. There's no drama. Like, we've never been nervous yet. We've just been nervous because it's new to us, and but we've never been like switching everything off to try and save enough of battery to get somewhere, you know.
Like Apollo 13.
But like, we have 35% left in the battery and it's reading 108 miles. I think that bit of this car is definitely close. We had the app and all up this morning, so before we stepped out, Ruth hit the button.
Yep.
Gets her heating up, and all of those things are quite cool. A bit of a situational rep of what's happening. We're on our way back to the boat. We're going home Roscoff into Cork. It just works better. Rule number 1, and this is genuine, rule number 1, can an electric car work abroad? The answer is yes, but you do need to plan, because what we found with this car is a lot of charging points weren't up. They weren't fast enough, Gary.
No, they're not a splash and dash job.
No.
So
The superchargers are.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
The superchargers are
yeah.
fantastic, and you would actually drive out of your way to find one of those if you could, but the infrastructure for those aren't great yet.
My opinion on it, I don't see the need for all the performance that's in it for the type of vehicle it is. I would rather have more range and less power and this type of vehicle, there's no need for 500 and whatever horsepower.
520, 530 horses up there somewhere.
You can quote the brochure there, you downloaded it, you know.
Not to 60 in 4.6 seconds. I actually managed to, the best I could time it with hitting start and stop on a stopwatch was 4.95 seconds, but yeah, 4.6 seconds, not to 60. Top speed 122, 124. That's where it's limited to, and 105 kilowatt hour. Well, actually 110 or 11 kilowatt hour battery, but 105 usable, and that roughly equates to World WTLP or whatever that is, WTP recommendations. I'm not a car enthusiast. It's like, we'll call it the agri equivalent of the DLG, but it's like 380 something miles. But as you know, BM themselves or the dealers will say, like, that's not real world driving, that's driving in efficiency mode, that's driving with maybe radios off, that's maybe driving with heaters off, all of the above, and driving at optimum speed. The one thing we said we were going to do, and were asked to do by Bavarian, the dealer, was to be real, keep it real. So we've drove in sport mode, we've drove in efficiency mode, and we've drove in just normal personalised mode. And
there's a couple of different functions. There's drive, and then there's another
braking function.
Actually acts like a drive pedal. Whenever you lift off, she engages the brakes to try and, she's obviously trying to regenerate there.
We switched all that off too. We run it mostly in little coast mode. So you just lift your foot off the pedal, and she is just coasting. That can be adjusted to medium and high, where she will brake when you lift your foot off the pedal. So the only regenerative you're really doing is when you're braking.
Yeah.
So my point in that is that we just drove it like an ordinary car, and really and truly there was no major issues.
There's no issues with it as a vehicle at all.
But planning is important. If you are someone who can't plan your day, if you're someone who wakes up in the morning and ends up driving 300 miles without thinking about it, it's not for you. Well, am I the only one quite likes the look of this car? Yeah?
Outside, no for me, but inside, yeah.
Big yes for me, the interior, but
I quite like I like the grey. I would change the alloys personally. I quite like it. I thought it was fairly simple looking outside, understated, not plastered with like M Sport and the 3BM colours that
I quite like the back of it. The rest of it, no, I'm not feeling it.
You a bum man, Gary?
Possibly, it's quite a nice one it is.
And she's got the old kicker. Now it took us a wee while to just fully understand how that worked, but you can swipe them below the boot. The technology in the car is fantastic.
As a machine.
This simplicity here, I love this. So easy. The nav's up there. The nav will transfer on your heads up as well.
Yeah.
We can put it onto your centre dash if we want. And the integration between car and mobile phone, Android Auto, I don't know if you've tried the Apple CarPlay.
Seamless.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
The radio's good. You can get an upgraded radio, you know, Gary.
An upgraded radio?
An upgraded sound system.
Oh, right, okay, sounds.
Yeah, and it actually
I said about that.
Did I tell you about that? Did I? It puts a speaker
something
in
about a speaker or something.
Your ear there, you know, just in case you. Yeah.
I keep tickling.
Something about the roof in her too, hasn't it?
Oh, wait, see the way I can see the clouds there? Look, I hit this button here. I can't see the clouds anymore.
Bye-bye, clouds.
She crystallizes like 3 layers in that.
That's right.
And the middle one, whenever you press that button, I don't know, fancy tech. Some of you scientists can keep me right, but it like crystallizes the middle layer. But it automatically does that when you walk away and you lock it.
Yeah.
Which keeps prying eyes out. And you'll catch up with us now on our final phase of the journey, In the Dark, where we all talk about our personal thoughts on the car. All in all, Gary, I'm going to ask you to rate the car out of 10.
I'd say 7. Would lose the marks for me as the styling outside's just not my taste. But as a machine to drive, to be in for a week, basically 6 days, couldn't fault it.
Say 6, because I haven't drove it, so I don't know. But for looks and all, that's pulling it down.
That is very harsh.
That's extremely harsh to be saying. Have to judge it based on what you've been in the back seat doing what you're doing. Is it as good a car as you've ever sailed in for comfort? What would you give your pickup out of 10?
For the back seat, 5.
Oh well.
The disco, 1.
So BMW are 1 point.
The disco's
that's
awful for the back seat.
Yeah, it is.
You sit on the floor.
I've only been in her once in the back seat.
Touareg.
Touareg's good in the back.
Aye.
8 out of 10. And the reason being an 8, it would be that front grille. That front grille doesn't do any justice. It's fake. But, you know, if that was changing or could change, then yeah, it should be up there.
I'm going all the way to a 9 out of 10. And the only point I'm taking off is for the fact that it's electric. In the sense of my life. Now, I'm a go-getter. I could waken up in the morning and at 10 o'clock decide I need to go to London to do something. And I would be just jumping into a Jeep and going. And I think is that a fair comment, guys?
Yeah, 100%.
If everywhere I was travelling had loads of those high-powered 200 kilowatt chargers, I could probably accept it. We're back. We've parked them up. The car's going back right now. One word: brilliant.
Awesome.
We're not ready to just change yet, but we did do it. We did manage it. It wasn't as much hassle as it maybe has appeared.
No, that's not really.
I have no fear that we could handle that car, but it's just not ready for all the tasks that we use our big Jeeps.
Not far off.
Our big Jeeps for.
It's not the vehicle's not ready. That's the infrastructure.
I agree.
You're a wee bit more vulnerable
Yes.
than having the diesel vehicle whenever planning's out of your control maybe at times.
And
But I wouldn't have any fear of the vehicle being ready.
The vehicle's there, the infrastructure's not there. A few things the vehicle need to work on to get it even better. Hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed doing it because, believe it or believe it not, at GRASSMEN, these vehicles are our main workhorses.
It's not the tractors.
No, the vehicles are our main workhorses, and it's what we spend nearly the most of our time in now. Certainly we do anyway, so be good. Over and out. This is lovely to drive. There's a reason Gary's not driving.
I'm not allowed.
Yet. I said BMW, she's
Try again.
telling me to talk to her. Tell us a joke.
She's a bit hassy. She hasn't been the nicest to us today.
Please retry or say help.
The gesture thing hasn't working either.
Gesture
right,
thing.
Carl?
No, as I don't want to turn it up because that will be non-licensed music, you know. What's she on now? Home. Take me to a parking space. What? What sort of activities? What sort of activities does this young thing is on there? There's only two climate control buttons that are essential that you get here is your rear windows, air on and off, and then everything else is through your
here.
Yeah. Cup
Like
holders.
that there, the seat up there too.
Yep.
Good
Cup
job,
holders
man.
down here, charging pad in there, glove box, and as you say, having the seat up here is like wee back, wee. Door open there, everything's. But you know what's a really cool job? Where's my phone? Where's my phone now? You always set your phone on the outside of it. There's a nice place people would like to set their phone. memory set your seat, set your phone in there, or set your phone in there, although you have the key in there.
Look at the size there compared
to 18 hours in the boat.
Well, it's not going to be rough, I know.
No, it should be not going to be rough when you go towards France, like rough every part of the world. Braving off the last time we went around her. There's only one good thing about going around her the last time. We picked up a bit of UK Vodafone for 20 minutes.
Wonders that's the thing that's seeing me. Oh.
She revved up into full shebang there. Anti-D, off we go. Bum, bum. Oh, how long we've put the window down to actually hear an actual machine. Boom, 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 boom. Nice shoot. Isn't it cool when you think about it, the technology? A lot of years and how cool. Fantastic. Awesome machine to drive. Oh, there's a couple of cow wells. Balers in there, boys. What are the new Scanias, boys? What's the job, mate? So bye-bye Ireland. Next stop, Le Francais. Here's a life hack, if anyone wanted to know. Spare pillow, spare towel, and the next boy can run up out. Now, Gary, I'd like to give you one wee tiny little bit of advice. Driving the right hand side of the road. Oh, New Hollando! Oh, they're all like the new type.
Is that the way they say it in France, though?
No.
New Hollando?
No, this was the guy that was holding us up at the boat with all the cats and the dogs. We're moving all the stuff, and this was his rope and sheeting. Here we go, right?
Is it working?
No, it's not working. We're just doing a wee bit of silent acting here, you know. Can I also point out something that is magical about this car? Its indicators work.
So does mine.
Do you use them?
Of course.
And
They're orange.
Watch this.
if you put the car up here, put your indicator on, go, look, he puts his indicator on, it even tells you it's on in the car. On in the car.